What up, Super Fun Force? Captain Gamesta here, and we're in the Beyblade lab, and we're going to do video 3 of 3 in the series of the overview of Quaddrive. Now, I have pretty much all of them. The only 3 that could be added later on that will be relevant will be, of course, like a Dynamite Bellfire. The Luinor is also out, and so is the Spryzen. And I think those will definitely be nice additions. I'm not sure if I'm going to get them right away, but regardless, this I think is the greatest set to have right now. These starting ones here, and you can definitely have tons and tons of fun and customization options and be, competitive as well. So some of my first thoughts here is that building the Balderovs, these are great. They're heavy and they're wide. So unfortunately, they run out of stamina quickly, and they also topple over pretty easily. So I haven't had too much success with this. What I'm seeing is that the left spins, once again, are kings of stamina and defense for sure. The Rocktivore here is a little bit less than what I thought it would be. I thought it'd be a lot better, since usually, it being hollowed out kind of evens out with the rest of the other layers. But this time, unlike the Hypersphere variant, the Hypersphere variant still had the pins, the metal pins here, and the gimmicks with the wings would go in and out. This does not. So they actually finally made this weaker even. So that's unfortunate. It's still pretty decent. I mean, again, this is all my preliminary analysis. I'm sure in the future I might build a great combo with this one. Might be using the Balderov combos a certain way. So this is just my initial overview. Plus, don't forget, Quaddrive is still going to grow, and it'll be fun to see how this kind of intermixes with Hypersphere afterwards. But I think at this point it'd be funner to just enjoy this series within its own set. I don't know if this could go up against Hypersphere. And again, play however you want. Use Hypersphere drivers, use Hypersphere layers. Totally cool. I was kind of combining Hypersphere with Speedstorm. With this set though, obviously they made it a lot different because you have now the additional quote-unquote armor inside, or that, gravity ring is what they called it in Hasbro. And then of course you have the low mode and the apex mode, higher low mode. So it kind of definitely puts into a different class than Hypersphere and Speedstorm. But regardless, we're just going to have fun with the set within itself for now. And yeah, these are my combinations. I built them not only to look great, but to definitely take advantage of what I talked about in my other 2 videos. So for example, here we have the Fafnir, and basically, wow, this looks awesome. Swapping in the pink here with the yellow, the green, it just matches perfectly. And I did put the Giga, and I also put the armor that is somewhat more rounded. I think this is a Hasbro exclusive. And then Giga is nice because it gives certain angles to line up, kind of in between, as you can see the little, kind of like hit points and gaps here. So it actually kind of makes it even more rounder. I put the Never Tip because the Never Tip is a great stamina tip because it has a nice flat area with that little tip to help with the pinpoint of the spin. And I just ended up putting one of the average drivers. This one's a little bit heavier since the layer itself is a little bit lighter than like the other 2 over there. So this is the combination I put together, and it so far has been really powerful. I balanced these 2 out. I mean, you can go either way. These are basically the same color combination. So we kind of got like double the exclusives from Hasbro when it comes to, like the Guilty layer, the Roar layer essentially here. And then of course we got the Berserk. But yeah, this looks great on either or. It looks a little bit funny to see him like the Bahamut or the Balkesh in a smaller energy layer. But I think it matches better because that kind of aquamarine blue brings out the one here on the edge. I wish they put on all 4, unfortunately. And then on this side, I like how the blue kind of matches the black, and then the gold pops, and you get that turquoise, and it just like, it has a different look to it. It doesn't just look solid black, With the original one here, the pink kind of fades in. That's what I really liked about the original Bahamut while I was considering getting it, but it was just way too expensive just to get a little bit of that pink on the core. But anyways, like I said, we have it here. And the way I built these, same thing, I made sure to give them rounder ones. I gave the tapered to this layer because, as you can see, it's much wider. And then of course I also gave it a flatter and wider tip on, again, like another heavier balanced out driver. Because again, this one is wide, doesn't have the same exact problem as the Balkesh, You know, I mean, they look like obviously the same, but the thing is there's so much more weight out here because as you can see, look, there's more like plastic essentially. So because there's more plastic here and this is just more hollowed out, this again, although it has great centrifugal force, it's more prone to like getting tipped over faster and just burning its own stamina. But anyways, yeah, so this one, that's the philosophy here. So that one's built that way. And I also gave it a cool armor. I gave it this armor, which obviously, you know, symmetrical, helps with the stamina and defense. And then I built this one because I liked all the points here to match the same thing. Like it kind of goes in between the gaps and stuff like that. And it kind of completes like a round, kind of aggressive round style stamina. So this is kind of like a balance. I'd say this is definitely more defense. This would also be defense, but because it doesn't have all the gimmicks of the original Roar and it's kind of hollowed out, I'd say this is more stamina for sure. And then I've been trying to build this katana. This core looks amazing because although I liked also having this core in the middle, because the silver really matches with a pop of the pink, which I really like. I decided to pop the blue over the tan, and I like the gold because it separates the swords, right? So it really looks like this guy is like a helmet wearing warrior and he's holding these two blades, where this one just kind of all the silver starts to blend in, even though it still looks, you know, cool like a warrior. So this one is built for balanced attack. Again, I gave it the disc here that basically adds edge, so it looks a little bit more aggressive. It can hopefully spin and it distributes some weight around to especially the two sides here that need to attack. And this is a pretty decent balanced driver I found. It has an aggressive movement to it, but it still has good stamina and weight behind it. And then I gave this armor the 6 armor because it puts the 3 weight distributed points on the outside on the swords. So I like that a lot as far as the, you know, the build for it. Okay, we got like Lindworm over here. This looks great. I swapped in this blue. Still has it on the ring. Looks really cool. I gave this one of the, I think, the best aggressive drivers because it does have a decent amount of stamina, but it has the weight distributed to 4 points to help it like move around and still like get some hits. And those points line up with these sides here that attack, right? Especially this one right here. Look, as you can see, each of these spike points line up with attacks here, so that should work out well. And then of course this forged disc is, you know, also built to put a little bit of a spread from weight that'll go on each of those attacks there. And I gave it the 2 armor because each point also goes to the more double-sided attacks. So this one looking really great. And of course we have the Rashad Valkyrie, so I want to bring out the silver here, clash the blue and the pink against red. You don't really see too much pink against red, but like in the world of flowers, you would see that with like, I guess, what, tulips, roses, and stuff like that. And it looks great. And of course, I like this. This is my secret sauce here. I put the 3-prong forged disc to line up, in a sense, with the blades, so that when it spins, the weight that's carried from this is going to be hopefully translated into hitting with the sword, as you can see there. And I gave it this driver. This seems like an overall balanced driver. It's, you know, kind of has this outer centrifugal force with, again, these 4 points here to help distribute weight. That also aligns somewhat with the 3, you know, bars, I guess, handlebars here. And that's that one. And then of course we have Magma. And this also looks fantastic, putting the Lindworm here, you know, instead of the Berserk over there. We have the blue and the purple here. Looks fantastic. I did put this driver as well with the performance tip. Oh yeah, and basically the actual drivers, same thing like I mentioned before, they're all about 5.5. So it's mostly about trying to add on the tip. And then I guess this forged disc too is pretty cool because this could also do really well on the katana. It could also do really well on the Valtryek. So depending on how you build your team and stuff like that, you don't want to put repeating parts. You could consider also using this as another nice attack disc because it has the 3 concentrated areas here, which can line up with Valtryek. In this case, I like how it kind of helps out with the attacks from 3 different areas because Magma has like a strong attack here, this contact point, and then see this contact point. The lower ones I think are going to hit the most. So this disc lines up with all 3 of those, and of course it keeps the momentum spinning. So there you guys go, and let's just jump into some battles. So like I said, I'll I'm gonna use this as a left spin for now, because it's interesting to see just how much more stronger this might be. This is the standard one. The cord is small, so you don't get as much of a pull, but it's probably not that much shorter than the actual string. Well, let's see, because if we pull it from here, okay, well this is probably twice as long, so we'll see. This is twice as powerful, but again, rip cords give a little bit of extra power, so I'd say this is probably 60 to 70% the power of this. And if it was just a little bit longer, like the sword, actually, wait, let me see. Well, we'll see. I mean, I think this could probably be the same, because I think rip cords are usually like this long, but this is also thin, and it also depends on the gearing. But generally, rip cords are for sure stronger than the string launchers. Okay, so let's show you guys some of the power here. Maybe I'll just do this. I'll bring this up. All right, we're gonna start with, you know what? We're gonna start with like some of the exclusives. How about that? Exclusive battle. This looks great. So we're just gonna go quickly one-on-ones just to see each stadium, and then we'll call it a day. All right. All right. Kind of move around a little bit. Whoa! Oh, and it bounced back out. Oh, what a surprising first battle. That's what makes Hasbro fun. That was so random. Like, I launched this and it got smacked in because I launched it too close to the pocket, but it kept spinning, and that, to me, that's legal. As long as it's able to keep spinning and bounce back in, that's fine. If it gets stuck, that's actually an out. But because the Hasbros, you know, like this one doesn't even have any outs, right? But because the Hasbro pockets are smaller, you know, why not add that extra bit of fun to the game, you know, even for competitiveness. So interestingly enough, this one tends to move a lot, and we'll see if that's, you know, something that should be changed eventually, because it's going to make it kind of more of a balanced type that can be attacked. So if you're fighting someone, you guys launch together like that, you might be able to knock them out. I'm gonna see if I can keep it a little bit more concentrated in the center, and then now, here we go. And yeah, the power doesn't seem that bad. Oh, magma fritor. All right, now let's jump over to Hyposphere. This is gonna be nuts. I gotta get in here quick. Oh, even though it launched, it's really hard to do this one not simultaneously, but like I gotta launch them and put them up together. Although it still might win. Oh, ooh, that was a draw. All right, I'm gonna do one more battle. I'm gonna launch this one first. Let me get them prepped as fast as I can, because it's like a little bit, the stamina runs out really quick, so it's a little bit unfair to get that much time. Oh, I launched it too close to each other. That was a burst, guys. And then, like I said, I wanna comment on something else I was talking about in my last video, as far as like slopes and stuff like that. So, as I said before, I'm like, you know, you don't really notice too much of a difference with the slopes, right? And I actually talked about this in my older videos with Hypersphere and Speedstorm. That, you know, for sure, depending on the combo, you can like feel it. You can feel like, oh, this one seems a little bit looser and it's gonna pop out, right? For example, versus like, this one actually does feel a little bit stiffer with the resistance, but even then I find that it still is translated minimally to what actually happens, you know? I mean, maybe if it's like super loose and it's always bursting, then you know it's a bad combination. But again, I think that has to do a little bit less with the slopes than it has to do with the combination of this, the actual driver, the spring, and then the way the forge disc locks it in. Because I found to make certain combinations in Hypersphere pretty much an infinite lock because of the forge disc to the layer, not so much the slope, right? So again, I know there's probably differences in the slope tightness, but I think it's really hard to say like this slope is better than this slope in this core. But again, you know, if you guys want to elaborate more on that and let me know maybe what you think, then yeah, I'd love to hear it. Okay, so let's do one more really quick. Sorry, I want to move on, but like, man, this battle is just ridiculous. There you go. Want to at least give it a chance to enter into the arena without straight up being hit. So yeah, we'll see how the slopes perform. Oh, nice swooping attack. That is awesome. That's what makes Hypersphere so cool. That was a nice attack. And it's still lost though, guys. So ooh, maybe Magma has the advantage here. Okay, now we're going to do... let's take the Clash of the Titans from Taka Tomy. Let's take the Roar against a Sabia, or the Salvage Valtryek. So we're going to definitely launch Roar first, because it needs to defend. And that'll definitely hold the center. And here comes Salvage. Nice, making small little flower patterns. And now it's going in, try to take center dominance. Knocking Roar around a little bit, but Roar's holding strong. This will be interesting to see who takes it. Oh, look at that. Roar keeps on going. Very powerful indeed. All right, we're going to jump on over to Speedstorm. Or excuse me, on the Hypersphere. Okay. Maybe Valtryek can make some better attacks in here. Yeah, look at that. Coming around. Oh! Dodge swoop maneuver with a left spin. No, the power of Roar on this driver is just too good. I feel like this driver here is not the best. But that's fine. That's a good preliminary start. Let's try these two. Okay, we're going to launch in the Pro Series Stadium first, since it's the most neutral. And Vanish will get in first. Defense, and let's see, Berserk. Should be able to attack a little bit. There you go. Yeah, power seems okay. I feel like these can be launched faster and stronger. So maybe I'll see how much more power I can generate off of the string. Close battle so far. Oh, but look at the power of the stamina drivers, guys. On that Never. Okay, let's see if I can get that there. I should be able to put this on super quick. There you go. Let's try to launch off the bank. Oh, nice. Coming in. Look at that swoop and that wind up. Oh, that seemed to definitely take the Vanish off its, stability. Rotate. Okay. Ooh, Vanish is like kind of wobbling. Oh no, I think. Goodness, look at that. I definitely made some really powerful stamina defense, I'll tell you that. Let's try, since that's pretty much all the main combos, let's go back to attacking these two left spinners, man. Let's see if I can get a strong hit. And again, it's interesting, they're being shot off the ripcord. They're being launched off of the base ripcord. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot! All right, nice. Come on, Katana. Ooh, scraped it up against the wall. Wow, Vanish pushing back. Those left spins really like to use that curve. Uh-oh. Katana's looking okay, but wait. Oh, I got final spin. So close. All right, let's try this one over here. Into the Pro Series. I'm going to launch this one differently like that and see how it can come in. Yeah, there you go. Flower attack patterns. Nice. It's always so close. Again, it looks like the left spin defense wobbles, but it always has enough final spin left, guys. So it looks like all the victories today are going to go to defense, which is fine, because I'll be back with more on the attack. There you go. There we go. Come on, let's try to get some victories for attacks. Right spin. Oh, so close. Let's try Valtryek one more time against... see if I can get something against Vanish on this side here, guys. Okay. Aggressive launch. Go! Nice. There it is. Take a second to wind up. Try to make some attacks. Come on. Come on, Valtryek. And you know, I'm going to try one last thing then before we go, guys. Let's try to take out the extra weight from the tip. And let's use some of the more faster style here. Now definitely the stamina is not here, so let's see if the movement will make a big difference. Should I move around more with one of the regular tips? Because they mostly are slightly the same, but let's see. No, it's only able to jab it a little bit. Okay, so that didn't help, sadly. Okay, let's try this one. Got some high hopes for you here. And we'll end the battle here. Can we get a right spin victory, guys? Come on, there it is. There it is. Swooping attacks, nice. There it is. Push it around a little bit. Not a lot of big attacks right now in this stadium, which is fine. It really just puts them head to head against each other, though. So definitely an advantage for stamina defense here. Oh, so today, well, you know, we got to finish it off on this hypersphere. Sorry, let's do that. But today, it looks like the defense and stamina has the advantage. All right, try to launch it off with the bank. There you go. Oh, dude, stopped it. Nice. Pushing it up against the wall. Man, just to knock it over a little bit without losing the final spin. Oh, goodness, guys. Well, there you guys have it. There's the initial beginnings of the Quaddrive. Again, these left spins are so powerful right now, the ones that I built. So let me know what you think. If you have some combos to battle these, I'll take a look at some more of the attack types. I'll probably have to shuffle those around a little bit more because, again, I don't see these drivers being moved around. These are definitely better for defense, stamina. This one's a little interesting because it seems to move around a lot on this layer. I think if I experiment and swap it to, like, let's say on the Roar Balkesh, I'm pretty sure this will stay a little bit more stable, you know. But there you guys go. Left spin, defense, stamina has it for today. But in the future videos I'm going to keep showing you guys more combos, keep trying things out, switch up stadiums. You know, I have buckets and stuff like that. I have the vertical climb, and I also have the speed storm, the surge one. And yeah, all right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Let me know in the comments what you think and what your combinations are. And in the meantime, like and subscribe. And keep it faith, say a prayer, spread that love, be positive, be thankful, guys. We come back at you. Peace.